cannot do it. All right, welcome back to Pod episode 25. That's great. That was great. I love that.
Jumping just straight into personal news.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Oh wait,
yeah.
I'm a React Lord. I'm Nathan. this is a React Lord too.
Yeah, but I'm V.
Yeah. And straight into personal news. I got a haircut.
Yeah,
it's fabulous. I love it.
Will you actually, maybe walk over there and give us a little?
Yeah, I'll give you guys.
It's a mullet, guys. Guys, it's a mullet. Oh, wow. What? Oh my god. It looks so good, dude. I'm jealous.
Thank you. It's not quite a mullet. I asked for trying to transition into the mullet. The back of my hair wasn't long enough.
The back of your head is ridiculous.
It's long enough, and I'm pretty happy with it.
I love it, dude. I had a mullet back in 2009 when Tegan and Sarah was blowing up.
Hell yeah.
Did you ever were you ever into Tegan and Sarah hardcore?
Yeah, Lego movie. Let's freaking go.
Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team.
But before Lego movie, I didn't know Tegan and Sarah. Their
mullet phase was way before Lego movie. Cool. Yeah. No, I'm 100% advocate of the mullet. I want to see it shorter and blonde.
And this is just it's gonna evolve once the party grows a little bit more. I want to dye it and have flames, but just on the party, because it still has to be business up front.
It's got to be. You gotta have some respect. No, I love that you're bringing a systematic approach to your mullet, brother. Yeah. I think that's cool. Phase 1, phase 2. It's really good. Iterative process to be introduced into the mullet. I love it. I brought back the pompadour. I was trying to do the middle part for the longest time and be part of that life. But
I thought you were pulling it off though. Or you didn't like it?
I didn't think I was pulling it off. It looked kind of flat. I don't know. Everyone else has voluminous, beautiful 90s vibes. And then I looked in the mirror and I saw the villain from Charlie's Angels, you know? And I was like, no, I don't like that.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The guy that has the slick hair.
Yeah.
And he's creepy. And I don't like that.
You don't like him.
No. And
he gets a redemption arc though. He
does.
Save
You're totally right.
the Charlie's Angels.
I forgot about that. I'm glad we're already talking about movies because, guys, we're going to be talking about movies today.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, we're doing that's a fact in my opinion for bad movies. So stay tuned for that.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
It'll be towards the end of the pod today. But personal news. Do I have any? I don't think so, actually. I'm back in school. Fuck, man. Yeah, I started school this week and it was fun. I was looking forward to seeing a professor dude from first semester because that's my last one. And he fucking quit, I think. And I'm really sad about that. And he didn't tell us. And I feel like he could have.
They weren't paying him enough.
It's most likely the fact, yeah. So other than that, it's good. It's fine. It's good. I'm glad to be back in it. I was just kind of bummed out a little bit.
That's fair. You still looking at cars?
No, I'm not.
Looking at cars?
I'm not because interest rates. I was for my work. If you don't know, I for some reason know a lot about interest rates and the Fed, and it looks like they're going to be increasing again, probably another 0.5%. So the interest rates that are already extremely high
are going
to keep going up,
getting higher.
So I'm definitely waiting probably for next year's pivot or at least going the other way back on interest rates because it seems very scary.
It is scary. I personally have been looking at cars.
Yeah.
More in the used market, which still sucks. And yeah, it's just such
and it's competitive
struggle.
now too. Expensive to get a used car.
Yep. I've even started looking at loans too, and a lot of them have stipulations can't be older than 4 years and stuff like that, which is so annoying because it's
use the loan you can't.
The loan is conditional on buying a vehicle that is less than 4 years. 4 years is the max.
I wonder why. Probably because they're giving you money, so you have to buy a reliable car, so you can't get your 1998 Mazda Miata or whatever.
I'm sure I would probably need to ask more questions.
Yeah, I think maybe.
So far in the research, I haven't talked to an actual human being. It's just the information that's given as loan information that I could see on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been super, super disappointing.
I think what's weirdest is I don't know. Do you pay attention to the Kias and the Kia revival that's happening right now?
No, just when you said Kia, I just instantly thought of the Kia boys.
Yeah. I'm sure Kia's rebranding has something to do with the publicity they got in the last few years for the Kia boys. If you don't know, Kia boys was this like phenomena in not suburban, but like in cities. And essentially you could go online and figure out how to steal a Kia like that. And it was a trend to do so. And Kia rebranded. They have new logos, new kind of like car vibes. They're cheap as fuck.
Yeah.
Like dirt cheap. I'm talking like cheapest cars on the market. I think the starting price is $15,000 for a 2023 car.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is. I don't know if they solved the issue of being able to steal Kias. I think Acura did, because that was the other one that was like highly stolen vehicles. Acura.
Okay. Acura, sponsor of the Long Beach Grand Prix.
Yep. Shout out. Acura Grand Prix will be there.
Easy to steal, I guess.
And I don't know. I was looking into Kias. They have a lot of like, pros, cheap, new branding, new vibes. That's dope. I like that. I can get behind that, but it's still a fucking Kia.
Oh, okay. But what's the, is it because it's easy to steal? Like what's the negativity on the Kia?
They just look like little plastic cars to me. I don't know what it is. They just feel cheap.
It moves, right? At this point, I'm like, I just want something that gets me from point A to point B.
Dude, you're not wrong. And they probably come with some sort of warranty as well, right? If they're new like that.
I don't know.
But
I really like Mazdas. My first and only car was a Mazda Miata, and I loved it. 1992 felt so cool.
I was just looking at a video the other day, and I was making a TikTok, and in the video, probably from years ago, when you had the Miata, you were sitting in the driver's seat, and you look over at me, and I'm like recording you, and you just look over it, and like you grab your little thing and like open up your roof.
Dude, it was so sick. The soft top, it was so easy to put up and down. Like I could do it at a stop sign.
It was just you little smiling over, like lifting your roof off, and I was like, yeah. Good times, dude. Good times, brother.
Very good times.
You know who's not having good times with their vehicle?
I saw this yesterday. It was so funny.
Oh, man. It's pretty bad. We're talking about Myth, if you don't know. Myth had a pretty shitty day the other day.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, everything worked out. Like, it was very interesting.
Yeah, I'm literally experiencing some tech issues. Give me a second here.
I'm sure it was stressful. Like I would probably be stressed going through this.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I would not have had the same
amount of tenacity. Have you ever had your car stolen before?
Never.
No?
Never.
I have. Well, okay. I should preface this story. It wasn't stolen. I had it towed, but for a minute there, I really did think it was stolen.
I think my car got away with it though, because it was just old and like. It had a lot of cosmetic issues, but the inside worked fine. But it wasn't like, if you looked at my car, I don't think you would think like, oh, I'm going to find something in there,
Right.
And like when people steal cars, I don't think they're necessarily stealing the car to sell it.
It's the pieces they don't have time to take.
Type situation.
Yeah, or the pieces they just don't have time to take off the car at that time.
Exactly.
But so Myth had his car jacked, and if you don't know, it is this beautiful Audi. Okay, I think it was like a $200,000 car.
Wow. Okay,
it's like $100,000 plus.
Right.
Yeah, I mean decked out, right?
I thought he was still driving the Camry.
Yeah, and it's not surprising that it happened in LA, to be honest. Shit's been popping off, and I mean like the Cadillac.
Catalytic converter.
Catalytic converters. That's been popping especially in Long Beach.
Someone probably nowadays, if I still had the Miata, probably would have taken my catalytic converter. It was brand spanking new too. Yep.
So he got his car jacked, and in LA, especially in Long Beach, even we have this saying like, if you get your bike jacked, like good riddance, like good luck, man. You're not seeing that shit again.
Everything is street parking. You're like privileged to have a parking spot. If you got a parking spot, and it's a parking spot that's not like accessible from the outside, like. Yeah, that's the ideal, right?
So there's good news though. He did secure the car, and he has a story for us. So I thought that's a kind of a fun way to start the pod out. Well, let's see, 210.
Yeah,
it's nice. It's a good time.
Like maximum video time.
That's like the maximum.
You see that number
a lot. But yeah, and then I'll tell you about the time I thought I got my car jacked in San Francisco.
Yeah, so I woke up and I was supposed to go on a hike with Soren, Cutie, Golden Glue, and some other friends. And then, boom, Like I go outside and the car's just not there. So I go to the police department. I submit, a fucking lost car, whatever the fuck you call it, a fucking theft claim or whatever, a report. Then I went to the dealership to see if they could ping the car. They tried that. They said they would work with, they would hit up the police department if anything pops up. And then throughout my day, I had some other stuff that I had to go do. And throughout driving while doing those tests, I was looking everywhere of trying to find the car, trying to be attentive and just see if I could see the car anywhere.
Dude, that would never cross my mind to even do that. You're living in LA. It's fucking huge. There's so many people. The odds of this is
it's
a miracle.
Such a unique card too.
It is a miracle.
Yeah.
He found it.
This actually reminds me when it depends on how much you love a thing, I guess, right? Because when my dog went missing, I drove around and I was just
different though.
Yeah.
Your dog was just walking on its own.
But
It's not gonna get that far.
What are the fucking odds that? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but
someone drove his car and they could have taken it anywhere.
I can see the rationale in it. I might be doing the same thing though.
Looking around, I would
my
have given
Volkswagen,
up. I would have been
dude,
so sad.
I think I would have. I would to be. You know what? Fuck that. I would do it because there's
not
many Volkswagen. My car is on the road. Imagine your Mazda, dude. If I spotted your Mazda, I would know immediately that was your Mazda.
Yeah, but what? You're walking around now.
If it was a Toyota Camry, dog, I'm not going out there. Fuck that. That thing's gone.
Yeah. As I'm driving
everyone
back home,
and their mom's got a Toyota Camry.
The day's over. It's done. GG. It's wraps. Boom. I fucking see the car. And so the dude at the police station was like, yo, call the police. And, you basically told me, if you find it anywhere, call the police, don't do anything, but call the police if you see it, randomly. And so that's what I did. And then I waited an hour and then nobody came, waited more 20 more.
Yeah, this happened to our buddy Scotty too. Remember his bike got jacked and
dude, and he found it through his network of bike buddies.
Yeah, and then he got there and he called the fucking cops and the cops didn't come right away and he was like, what am I supposed to do, bro? He's like, I'm about to just fucking take this thing. What other choice do they have?
4 minutes, nobody came. Called Will.
Civil justice.
And was like, Will, I found my fucking car, but I don't know what to do.
I love Will. Shout out Will Nev.
And so then we realized we had, I just fucking took it because I was like, fuck it. I don't really I don't know. Is it worth waiting to see what the cops say and what they would, having them go through an investigation with, these fucking kids or whoever it may be that fucking took the car? Maybe, maybe not. But I was just like, dude, I have the opportunity to seize this fucking car after waiting for an hour. I'm just going to fucking take it. So I took it, brought it home, and secured it off. And now I'm gonna fucking make sure. I think I gotta get new keys. I think I'm gonna get it new keyed out just to be safe. I think I gotta search the entire car, make sure no air tags are on that bitch or anything. But yeah,
what's the deal? How do you get that? How do you steal a brand new Audi?
First of all, my real question here is not only how do you steal it, how do you not have a tracker on it, right?
Well,
how do you not immediately know where it is?
He went to the fire department to try and ping it, right?
Yeah.
They turned him away.
No, they said they'd work with the company.
Oh.
But I mean...
it was just going too slow.
I mean, I don't want to dox you, actually. But I mean, everyone should have a tracker on everything, right? That even if it's an error tag or something like that. But yeah, so that's pretty much a story of someone that had to take it upon themselves to get their really expensive car back. And it's really a miracle that he did.
Yeah.
To be honest, because that is so unheard of. God damn it. Hold on.
I kind of think it was a stream sniper.
No, you think it was malicious like that? I know who you are and I'm doing this because of who you are?
I got to joyride myth. It.
You think there'll be a TikTok about it? You know what I mean?
Maybe. But that's just my theory, given I have no other information. I just why, how did it happen to be Myth's car?
I mean, again, it's such a wild car. No one, you don't see those. It's like seeing, or a unique Tesla with a paint job.
Yeah.
There might be a lot of Teslas, but there's not one like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of Audis,
also,
but
at the same time looks like every other car. It's just a gray sedan. So it's like, how did they land on that?
I mean, the rims are monstrous.
True. Still an Audi.
It's still an Audi, dude. I was looking for that Mr.Beast video, and for some reason it's not on the YouTube trending tab right now, which is wild. I thought everything Mr.Beast does automatically makes it on the front page.
Did you already watch it? Maybe it removed. You've already
do that? No, it shouldn't do that because it wouldn't change its place on the trending tab. But YouTube is notoriously broken for that shit. So I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, I was going to draw some comparisons though between Myth having to take, his own actions here to get his stuff back to what Mr.Beast did in his new video, which is like do what healthcare should do for everybody and give them the surgeries that they are so simple to cure. Their eyesight. So if you haven't seen that, I was trying to pull it up, but I can't find it. Thanks, YouTube.
Okay. I do have one last thought on how things ended up for Myth is that I think in the grand scheme of things, this is the ideal situation. If your car gets stolen, you just immediately get it back.
Without confrontation.
No confrontation, no police. You don't waste your time doing having to talk to people at the station. You call your friend in the community, you get together. There's no follow-up. I feel like if you involve the police, you're going to have to show up a month later to have to re-talk about it.
And we don't know. This segment might end up as fine wine, right? It could age well. There could be something that comes out after this about whatever.
True.
And if it does, we'll obviously update it. I thought it was just a wild story. In San Francisco one time, I was visiting somebody and I also woke up that morning and I walked out and my car was just not there. It wasn't where I left it. And, I was freaking out. I called the police. I was like, someone stole my Prius. And I went to the police station. I made the report and everything. And then it was just some deputy guy. He was like, did you read the signs? And I was like, yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. Come on, what idiot doesn't read the signs? My car was in an impound lot. The city took my car.
I feel like I hate reading the signs. I hate the parking signs in LA.
They took my fucking car.
Yeah, it's such a formula. What the fuck?
So that shit haunts me though. That's why I know when we are in cities and stuff, we're always reading the signs in different ways. I'm like, I assume what it means to say. So anyway, I'm glad he got his car back. That is fire outcome for a shitty scenario. I would not call this next story a fire outcome for a really shitty scenario. Taste bag.
I have so many questions. Okay, what's the content here?
Yeah.
What's happening? What is about to happen?
Yeah, let's provide a little bit of background context for some of our viewers who are maybe a little younger or older and they don't know who Tay is.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Little Tay was a phenomenon back in the day. I believe it was Dr. Phil that propelled her into the limelight with a few viral clips. And she was just, herself.
Sure.
She's not a nice lady back in the day, but she has resurfaced and Keemstar is covering that news. So this is just, I guess, a little aside. We're not going to dive deep, but Tay's back, 6 seconds of that.
Where's the sass?
And that's how I feel. What? I don't know. I don't know what was really here to talk about, but whoa.
Oh.
Okay. Glad I took that off. Drama alert. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The internet is a very strange place.
Yeah, I was introduced to Lil Tay back in the day as part of the hip hop algorithm, rap algorithm.
You were in that, were you?
Yeah, I would get a lot of World Star videos. It was just that stuff is addicting. Hard not to watch it. And I don't know. Anyway, Lil Tay I felt was such a character, and at first I thought they were super funny, and I thought it was super cool because it was outside the stereotype of what I felt Asians were expected to be.
Yeah.
Which was cool. But also a lot of energy. And I feel like when I look back on it, I don't know, it was just like kind of trippy seeing a kid like do that, like a kid, like a tiny kid. I wonder how they feel about that.
Yeah, I'm like Googling it right now. I was like, how old is she now? Let's jump into that. Actually, fuck it. Let's talk about it. So this is, I guess, how you remember Little Tay? Is that right? Little Tay?
That is exactly what I remember. The tracksuit.
Yeah.
She's just for
like,
where's the
that
brick
long
of money?
ago. I thought it was like 2013, but it was 2018 when she went viral at the age of 9 years old, actually.
Okay.
I think I might be thinking about another girl. Am I thinking about that Cash Me Outside girl, actually, maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Cash Me Outside. Wait, Dr. Phil. Do you remember this? That's not Lil Tay.
No, that's something Bunny?
I don't know.
Not Bad Bunny.
Because you said hip hop, and I'm like, dude, I don't remember Lil Tay being in a fucking hip hop. But
no, she would do these videos with like Bugattis in the background. And
Bugatti.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So is she a toxic person? Maybe I just don't know who this is. Who's it?
I mean, the content was for sure.
Yeah?
It was like, I have more money than you, and you're weak as fuck.
I'm remembering now.
Yeah.
I'm remembering now.
You already know what it is.
I remember now.
Dude, I love that.
I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke ass haters. This be my kitchen. It's bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. Y'all haters are already older than me, but y'all still talking shit. I'm a 9-year-old millionaire, and I be smoking dope, bitch. Shut your mouth before I smack you, auntie. Lil Tay out here balling.
That's what I'm saying is like, this is a 9-year-old. Like, it's questionable content, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the time, I was laughing a lot. Maybe too much.
Yeah, that's intense. So that was 2018 and she was 9.
Yeah,
19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Too.
So she's only 15, dog. Let's move away from this.
Yeah.
Like, you just be
problematic.
you. And this is what I will say to some of the younger viewers out there. Just, you post stuff online and it's there.
Yeah,
so just
wait to do drugs. It will be legal for you at some point. Just wait. Just chill.
Or you could not do drugs. Okay, let's do the rent-free. Let's keep going with the rent-free segment because I've had some part of the internet stuck in my head all week.
Okay.
And there's 2 things that I really wanted to show you.
You did show me this earlier.
I did briefly mention that there were 2 things that I just can't stop thinking about this week. One is a fitness instructor, and I'm not a fitness person. I don't work out. I don't do any of that. And the other is a bus driver that goes by Bus Daddy.
Okay, let's go.
And I don't even take public transit either. So
the bus drivers in Long Beach look so sad.
Well,
they look like they're at the end, their wit's end, to put it politely.
They probably are. It's a tough job.
Yeah, it's sucky though, because like.
Should we start with the bus driver?
Yeah,
Daddy?
let's start with the bus driver.
Make
me feel a little bit better. The bus drivers, I wish they were happier.
Yeah.
They need more money.
Well, I'm going to show you one of the happiest bus drivers, and I believe they're hailing from Denmark.
Okay.
So,
Denmark, happiest place on earth.
Shucks, who would have thought?
No, literally, I guess.
This man's the bus daddy, and it's about to get wild in here. Let's go.
Norway Rob.
This whole segment's about to get crazy. Maybe I should get the lights going. I don't know. Let's get into it. He's so cute. All you got to know.
Norway.
All you got to know is it's Norway.
Yeah, Norway.
Norway Rob. Such a cute man. Bus daddy extraordinaire. We're going to watch a few TikToks from Bus Daddy to give us the endorphins that we need right now. Long Beach bus drivers did this. They would have better.
He looks like he could be a Long Beach bus driver. Look at the tats.
He's like tatted up. Got his little gray hair.
Yep. He's got the fit. Let's go.
And they're so short, just a little boost of serotonin.
Mm-hmm. We need to throw a filter on there.
No, he's raw, baby. He's just raw.
The 3E through the Skyline Pass.
You know what though? Look at this, 9.9 million plays for a Bus Daddy. This is the kind of guy that deserves it. You know, this is the kind of guy that deserves it. He brings such happiness to everybody.
Does he put his junk on the play button on purpose on every video?
Maybe,
because it has been on every video.
That might be an intentional thing.
Not that I'm not paying attention.
or I don't mind it either. Listen. I want to be him when I grow up, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's such a character. But that's Bus Daddy, and Bus Daddy Nathan's been living rent free in my head, and we now follow him on our TikTok.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
if you're ever scrolling around the TikTok, you might be, you know, subjected to some Bus Daddy. I'm so sorry. There's also an Amazonian woman that lives rent free in my head. And I've been obsessed with her TikTok. I took my wife to get her bangs cut. Everyone's getting haircuts but me, I'm realizing. And I was sitting waiting.
There's still time. There's still time. It's not even February yet.
Right. I was waiting for her to get her bangs trimmed.
Yeah, sure.
Just binging this fitness instructor's TikTok content. And that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to show you some of them now. So this is thekristinagirod? I don't know, but she's amazing. It's right there. Let's get into it. I feel like we gotta blast the audio to really get the full effect. Yeah. Dude, she's so cool.
She is pretty cool. It's so impressive that they all can like keep the rhythm. I struggle to do that with like working out. Like, nah. I'm here to put one foot in front of the other, and that's it.
I like to think of myself as it's not coordinated. I don't think I could do it, but there's every fiber of my being say you need to do this. It looks like such fun.
It does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Especially like, I feel like the bike is fun. I enjoy riding my bike in like IRL.
Yeah.
So I imagine there's something here.
Oh yeah. And this TikTok user says, I think I would follow that instructor into battle.
Spin is so hard. Like, it looks hard. It looks so fit though.
It looks so dope. That's a club.
It is.
It's a vibe.
What time do you think it is right now? It's probably like 7:30 in the morning, and they're like just going fucking ham. They just had pre-workout. They're ready to fucking go. They showed up, and then she does her thing.
This is like Scottsdale, Arizona, too.
Like, this is all Scottsdale has going for it.
They're just all fucking roided, okay? Ready for battle.
You ready to cycle, bro?
Yo, this is one of my personal favorites from the channel. Jesus Christ. It's just something that there's something so humanistic about it that's like, I am ready to go into battle. Like, but I'm also about to rave.
She's whipping her hair.
I know. It's like, I'm gonna rave into battle. Ready? I want to go to Arizona just to do this.
This is in Arizona?
Yeah.
It's confirmed?
It is. I looked into it. It's so dope. I don't know. I catch myself doing some of the moves when I'm watching the videos. And like I said, I have consumed a lot of her content. I think she's just really attractive too. I don't know. Yeah. I'm just like, there's so many aesthetically pleasing elements and visually and just so much good coming from this TikTok channel. So it's definitely living rent free in my head.
It's flow like, which I like.
Yeah. High intensity. Again, I'm not really. I won't go on a hike with you, but
Yeah, but
I'm ready to
high
do
intensity.
that.
Would you get on the spin bike in the gym?
In the gym? No, maybe. I don't know. I can't do that in the gym.
I mean, that's fair. You probably wouldn't. You'd just like have a chiller bike ride, right?
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Okay.
I think what interests me about that is like it's the vibe. It's like the community. I think it's going into battle with your closest homies. I
mean, yeah, but your homies would be there. Just, I probably won't ride the bike. I'll run.
Dude, I still like every time I'm like thinking about my electric scooter that goes up to like 23 miles an hour, I still imagine that straightaway that you just like dusted me.
I thought on the scooter like goes 0 miles per hour.
What?
Isn't it broken?
No.
Oh, I thought this.
No, it works. It's just the throttle. I use it all the time. It hurts, but it works.
Oh, because you've been using it without the button.
Yeah, it works. It's just not ideal. Nikki won't use it without the button because it hurts her little thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It hurts my thumb too. I tried.
And you do. I was thinking about replacing it though, because you know how you glued it back on and it popped off. I was thinking about taking like something rubber or like a eraser kind of type and then like shoving it on there with super glue. Do you know what No, I'm serious though. You know what I mean? Something that's like a different material.
That would work though.
I don't know. I got to figure that out because I do miss using it regularly without having to do that because it does work, brother. It's still nothing's wrong with it. It charges, it goes, it just the throttle button. Mm-hmm. I don't want to buy a new scooter, dude. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Before we move on to some sort of like esports stuff that I wanted to talk about in the content creation space, any other kind of rent-free things you want to talk about before we jump into this?
No, I was trying to think of something earlier when I saw the caption on the video.
Yeah.
But we kind of already talked about it. It's just like used car prices are crazy. Like I just keep looking at cars.
You really want a car.
Yeah. I feel like I've seen a lot of CX-5s and I think I could see myself.
A CX-5,
the Mazda CX-5. It's a sports utility vehicle. It looks cool.
An SUV?
The SUV. But it's like a small SUV. I would say it's like a
what a nerd sports utility vehicle.
Car.
So it's like dope. A crossover
I think so.
SUV or something?
Like it's still like a compact car. Like I could see myself using it in the city.
Yeah.
But
what was the car
I don't know. I really want a Miata.
When I went to North Carolina with my work, they rented these cars, one of which was allegedly an SUV because there were a lot of us. And when we get to the airport, we see this SUV. Bruh, it is a sedan. It is a sedan with a hatchback. Okay?
I love that. Like, lie to me, please. I want it to be small.
I don't want to be lied to. I want you to call it what it is. This is a regular ass. We were so tightly fit into this fucking car.
It probably only got 28 miles of the gallon, too.
Yeah, dude. All right. Speaking of that, speaking of money that we don't have to buy the things that we need, this man right here is spending his money on the things that he loves, which is esports. And I think it's an interesting move.
New co-owner of Moist Esports.
Yeah, Mogul Moves, Mogul himself, Ludwig, is now part of esports. Moist Esports. Moist Mogul. Mogul Moist Moves? Ooh, I don't know. But yeah, so this is pretty interesting. And I think maybe potentially showing maybe a trend in esports and content creation as a whole.
Like content creators moving into
being ownerships, into product creators, in transferring their content creation skills into, I hate the word, but an entrepreneurship of some sort.
I mean, that makes sense. It's kind of like.
And I think it'll make more sense when we watch these two media pieces, and then we can kind of chew on it with some more, because it does seem to be like a multifaceted thing. It's not just the esports that Ludwig is looking to expand into. And then that part of it, I think, is what a lot of content creators will be looking to in the future. We can already look to Mr.Beast, that's sort of doing this sort of model that Ludwig is going to be bringing it up. Okay.
Or crypto exchanges.
Oh, and this is the announcement video for this new endeavor, this project.
What the fuck, man?
Dude, where'd you get that?
Oh, this thing. I forgot I was holding it. Yeah. This is the Rocket League Spring Major Championship trophy where we took first place in front of a sold-out copper box.
Didn't mean to pause. Unpause. Unpause.
This fit makes me think of hockey.
Why isn't it unpausing? It makes me think of WWE.
Or WWE.
No!
So in front of God and every sports fan on this planet.
I gotta
That's the
pee.
Moist Esports way.
Obviously, I'm
Can we
talking
take
about
a
what you're
pause?
wearing.
You're gonna take a...
Pee.
I was gonna make a moist joke, but you just go pee. We'll pause it. All right.
I'm back.
Yes.
Time to refill the tank.
Yes, okay, we are back. And we were talking about Ludwig's and Moist Critical's collaboration of sorts. And how I think it's probably going to be the direction.
You're talking about the CEO Championship belt where we took first place in the Smash Major back in October of 2021.
How do you keep doing that?
Oh, winning? Yeah. Hard work, perseverance, life, liberty, pursuit of dubs, the whole nine. Just champions over here.
Okay, I get it. Moist is super successful. You don't have any crypto sponsors, but don't you have to burn a lot of money to win that much?
Didn't Susan give you a lot of money to burn?
So you just burn the money like this?
Just like that. That's looking good.
This is fun.
You know,
gets
they're
addicting,
joking
I'll
about
tell
it,
you
right?
I could get used
Kind
to
of a
this.
sick, like, promo vid, though.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
It really, it is.
It made them look really cool.
to
in
burn
my
money.
opinion.
Yeah. I mean, they're not wrong. They're
That's a
poking
fact.
fun. Hey, they're poking fun at it, but you know, Ludwig dropped this on his Mogul Mail account, and he does a really good job at kind of explaining, like, yeah, you know, that was a joke, but these are the actual reasons why, you know, a lot of esports companies and corporations they're failing, right?
I have not pre-watched this, so this will be a true react.
Okay, I did pre-watch because, well, I had to know what was going on.
Struggling. There was 40,000 layoffs at Google, Microsoft, and Amazon. There is speculation that a recession is coming. And although I'm no expert on those things, I am somewhat of an expert on esports. And I can tell you this, esports is dying. I mean, they are struggling just as much as the rest of the world, maybe even more so. There was 30 layoffs at 100 Thieves. Riot is expected to have some layoffs. The entirety of the Overwatch League is losing so much money, they've entered collective bargaining with Blizzard. And also FaZe, who's like the prodigy of esports. They're supposed to be cool. According to high schoolers who went public 5 months ago with a valuation of $750 million, they're at risk of being delisted from the stock market because their stock price is so low. Nobody wants to buy it. Why is this all happening? Well, I think I've said it enough over the past year, but esports is not a good business to be in. It's kind of like a bubble, all right? Everybody is propped up by cryptocurrencies and venture capitalist groups, and those are all kind of going away.
Yeah.
So who's left to pay the bill? Well, it's not the companies themselves. Most esports companies have not made a successful business strategy to actually make money. There are some, but they're few and far between, which is why this video is actually about a huge announcement.
So before we dive a little bit deeper into how he's fixing to solve some of these solutions for the content creator economy and all of that, I think that 1 minute and 22 seconds did a pretty good job at explaining it's probably going to be a money pit. Like there's not a lot of possibilities in esports right now, and we see a lot of the esports, you know, teams and companies failing.
If you don't know, pretty much every single esports organization is vastly overvalued because they're all subsidized by venture capitalist groups that are probably going to get fed up in 3 to 5 years when none of them are profitable.
Or crypto exchanges.
Oh, is it just the ad again? You can go back to the part where he's talking.
Hey, aren't you being dumb? Aren't you being a hypocrite? Isn't this how you're going to burn all of your money? To which I say, maybe. But there's two real reasons why I did this. One, I like esports. I know I talk shit on it all the time, but my ideal Sunday is sitting down, having football on one monitor, esports on the other monitor, and chess on my main monitor while I tank elo and watch my favorite teams win, or usually lose. Bill Belichick, what the fuck's going on, man? Bill O'Brien? Again? Really? But two...
Okay, let's talk about the first one, right? So his argument here, and this is what I want us to chew on. He's saying, yeah, I might lose a lot of money in this choice that I'm making, but it's something that I really love. And I think that's kind of the crux, right? Is to invest in things that you do really love to do, the things that, you know, you want to invest in. And I think that's really cool for him to choose esports, even though he knows it's not going to be probably a successful business, at least right away. How do you feel about that? I know that's not exactly, it's not a hot take for us doing, pursuing things that you enjoy, but when you know it's going to be a money pit, to proceed in that, in the face of that, regardless, is it noble or stupid? I guess is really the question here. I think it's noble.
I mean, I think it's noble as well. I don't
and
argue
stupid.
that at all.
And stupid.
Stupid in what way? Like, it's stupid if you're playing within the confines of...
Yeah,
like,
on point one alone.
Yeah.
Again, he hasn't seen it. I already know the other points that are going to come in and make this seem more rational. But just point one alone, I agree with Ludwig. It does seem like a money pit, and it might be worth pursuing because he loves it. I don't think
it's a pursuit that is going to like put him in like the position to like be homeless, or
no, I won't let it get to that point.
Like, I don't know. Like lose a decent quality of life. I think he has the privilege to burn money. Good for him.
Yeah, I think what we're boiling it down to is not like this endeavor is gonna. He's got capital to burn, right? And
he does.
But a lot of business people would look at this and be like, "Why are you getting into something you know is not going to be profitable, right? Why would you want to spend your hard-earned money, the capital that you have generated based on your labor, on an endeavor that is likely to fail?" You know what I mean? So let's see how Ludwig is looking to rectify some of these major deficits.
Gotcha.
I also believe in Charlie. Moist critical. I mean, seriously, he's a guy who I just look up to. I like working with, and an opportunity to work with him, even if it requires burning a lot of money, I think is an opportunity worth taking. But outside of passion and wanting to work with Charlie, I also think there's some possibility that it could make money, because I think we have an advantage that most teams don't. The same advantage that somebody like Disguised Toast would have, which is the exact tweet I sent out to him a week ago about the same topic. We're all content creators. And in this space, where every single venture capitalist group freaks out, gushes, and comes their little pants at the sentence creator economy, we have a lot of leverage, a lot more than an esports team like, well, I guess I shouldn't name any because they're my competitors now, but like another esports team who's not creator backed. And I think there's three main ways you can make money while being creator backed. The first one, package sponsors with yourself and the esports company. If I do a good job with like NordVPN or like, I don't know, Red Bull, Yerba Mate, they'd want to sponsor me, but maybe I can also package in sponsoring my esports team. It's only more value, it's only more eyes on it, and they trust the work that I've done. And look, I've looked at the numbers.
It'd be kind of sick to get that Red Bull money
that they make for sponsorship.
There's so many classic Red Bull sponsored videos that I've seen, like within skateboarding, parkour, Ken Block.
I was going to say, could you imagine that collaboration if the intensity of an awesome editing, by the way, just as an editor standpoint from Red Bull meets esports? I think that would be really fucking sick, dude. Ludwig, he's making mogul moves.
The amount of money your favorite streamer will make for the same exact deal and probably less viewership. So packaging sponsors, that's option one. Option two, and this one I think is even a little bit better, it scales a little more, is making a product. I've made swipe bidets, for example, but like if every single Rocket League player had to use my bidets, okay, this is getting kind of weird, well, it would make the product bigger. It'd be like a marketing tool for it. I think better examples would be like Starforge PC with OTK. Now they've been through some other shit that makes Starforge not so successful.
Though, right?
But
isn't it the common knowledge on the street is that Starforge sucks?
No. The common knowledge on the street is that they do overpriced PCs. But what company doesn't, if you look at even like Gigabyte, any kind of pre-build, they they overcharge. I think that is just like their model. But how do you make money then, right? You got to like overcharge for the brand.
Didn't you go to Micro Center for that return policy?
Boring. No, build it yourself.
You get the picture, You can really imagine things like Prime and Feastables being multi-billion-dollar companies in the next 5 years. So why couldn't the same thing happen if a creator made a product and then used their esports team as the vehicle to market it rather than marketing a HyperX headset? No offense, HyperX. I love the headsets. I'm just saying I don't own HyperX, so it doesn't have as much upside. And then option three is getting a really fucking good team and selling it. Or like selling a roster spot like people do in League.
Okay, that last part, I mean, that's like an exit strategy, right? So that's just like
what do you mean by exit?
You sell a roster when you're kind of done with it. Like if you have a really successful team, someone approaches you, I'd like to buy this
you
team.
Sell the team.
Yeah, it's just an exit strategy. So I mean, it's kind of new. It's a new idea. To not rely on venture capitalists and others to fund esports. And yeah, it's going to probably be a money pit for a bit. But what do you think about this sort of concocted idea that Ludwig has pitched?
I don't see the vision yet, but we're going to see it play out.
Insightful.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I'm just a little bit more optimistic in it. I think it's a really neat idea that is taking the means of production away from people that are looking to just capitalize off of workers like Ludwig. And I know this is putting Ludwig obviously in that new position of CEO, right, alongside Moist. So kind of, I also have like my own, I'm curious to see how this is going to grow as a community of content creators, sort of relying on that content creator economy for profit. I'm really curious. I think it's an extraordinary endeavor that has a lot of possibilities that could come to fruition here. So,
oh, totally. When I think of like when I've watched video games as content,
yeah,
most of the time it's not like a competition base. And the ones that are competition based, I'm watching through a stream.
Yeah.
So it's like I am
like a player's
curious.
perspective.
Like Charlie's had that team for a while now, right?
Oh yeah.
Like, but I've never once watched them play anything like. They talked about
we
Rocket
don't really watch
League.
their games. Yeah, we don't watch that kind of gaming. I watched Fortnite competitive stuff. I've seen like Cutie do some League of Legends like on Cutie's stream though. You're totally right.
The only one I've seen is Smash.
But I think that's the crux of it too. And like I've seen Smash tournaments via Ludwig, right?
Yeah,
that's actually about the only time.
The only way. Yeah.
But what I think is that's what the crux is, right? We go there for what? The content creators, their personality, like even though Hassan Piker sucks at playing Fortnite, I would probably tune into his stream over Myth, even though I love watching Myth play Fortnite because it comes down to the content creator I'm looking to see at that moment. And I think they have something there with that. I think a lot of people watch Charlie. I think a lot of people watch Ludwig. I think a lot of Normans watch those guys. So if maybe they can make it cool, hey, awesome. That's great.
We're not going to finish the video.
Oh no, that was. I mean, he's just talking about selling at the end, but he kind of
cleanser.
He backs up from that a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's all the content I had planned for the pod today. So we're gonna conclude the pod with a little dose of serotonin.
Yeah, this is just a little ditty I sent V
a while ago, apparently, and I did not see it.
Maybe a week ago. It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's just a display of athletic prowess that just some demographics of Americans missed, I guess. And we're seeing that dynamic play out in real time. Oh no, Thumb can't jump. Thumb can't jump. Thumb.
Whoa.
And he just flies. He takes off. He's gone.
He's out of there.
He's gone.
Yo, he's making unnecessary runs too, dude.
No, he's just flexing at that point.
Yo, check this out though.
He's got a bag on him and everything.
Yo, as soon as he makes his first jump, immediately, like this guy right here, watch.
Gives up.
Immediately thinks he's gonna take off, but without one step, gives up. Watch. One step, oh, I'm giving up. Like he looks like he's about to do something about it. Like this is like, I'm gonna
It was
run.
a quick turn. He pivoted.
Yes.
Fast.
Like I'm gonna do something.
But that's all he got.
And that's it. I mean, like walks off. Anyway, sorry for not catching that sooner. You did send it to me and I just now saw my DMs this morning, so.
Worth or no?
Yeah, no, it was good. It was a good way to end the pod on a good note. So with that said, it's been a good one.
Yeah.
It's been a good one.
Episode 25. I'm Nathan.
I'm V. We're out.